Hi everyone! Happy Tuesday! Welcome back everyone! Hello Boba Fett, very nice to meet you. It's time for DETV. It's Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday. Yesterday was Monday. It was hard to tell because it was post office holiday, which meant we weren't in the office, so I got all kinds of confused. But it's Tuesday, so we're gonna move ahead. Yesterday, even though it was a holiday, we dropped a brand new set. Let's take a look at that set. Pulling up the newsletter from yesterday. Oh, hi SNA. Very good to see you. We're going to talk about that also on this stream, especially since you're here. So get ready to post your because I want to share your stuff, but we'll get to that in a minute. All right, so yesterday's newsletter was a drop. Pretty in Punk. Brand new. Wait, that looks familiar. That's not brand new. That's Radio Edit. You guys remember Radio Edit? We dropped it like a month ago. Let's take a quick look. It's very pretty. You guys remember I showed it off. It's rock and roll. And now it has a pink sister. Look at these. They're so pretty. Hot pink. They actually got made at exactly the same time because David so Dylan did the 3D render of Radio Edit using a hot pink color for the 3D render, and David saw that and was like, I love that combo. So even though we wanted it ordered in black and white for like the original, like the real set, he was immediately like, we also have to get these in hot pink. So black frame, hot pink, just like Radio Edit, but hot pink instead of white. You can see them next to each other here. So pretty. And then Joni, as soon as we got him in, was like, let's call them Pretty and Punk. And I was like, oh, that's really cute. It's like a Pretty and Pink, play on words. But apparently it's actually a song title from Fall Out Boy, I want to say. Somebody called it out in socials recently. That might have been one of you guys. So she was like, let's do Pretty and Punk. And everyone was like, yeah. But like, she knew there was actually a really good reference to a song title. So now it's called Pretty and Punk. They're really cool. Same weight if you got a set of Radio Edit already in your sub box, or if you bought a set, you know how good they feel. Get that ASMR going there. But yeah, bright pink color, like so pretty. These are perfect for maybe you have like a glam rock character, like a glam rock bard. That would be a perfect set for them. Let's pop back to the newsletter, see if I missed anything. Oh, you can get the cool photography that Dylan got of these. You can see how shiny they are. They're like shiny, shiny, shiny enamel. Yeah, Yondu, that's right. It was you. I'm sorry. I forgot. Yondu's the one who called out the reference. Farron is asking if Maria is here. Farron actually, it's very rare that she's not here, but she's not here today. I think she's at an appointment. So if you do have a question, definitely let me know, and I'll try to find it in the chat. And if not, you can always email. All right, so the code for this week for 10% off is Trust Me. That's a lyric from a song. I went a little hard with like the song references and the copy. That's not important. And then the other announcement we had was we just got a whole bunch of metal restocks in. So we get the metal restocks, the metal shipments come in these boxes that are like no bigger than like this by like this. They're not that big. They're pretty small. And so they look very like unassuming. But then you go to lift one up and it's insanely heavy. So we got a whole bunch of those boxes in, and then now that I know what size they are, when I see them come in, I'm like, oh god. But after much lifting, we managed to get through and see what came in and get it all stocked back on the site. So we've got Oath of the Watchers, this neochrome Oathbound set, which is so cool. Very like Doctor Strange, I don't know, Thor's Rainbow Bridge vibes. America's Ass following, titled after our dear Captain America. Really cool set. It's been a favorite for a long time, so we continue to restock it. I think that set's like 3 years old now. So if you, for some reason, haven't gotten your hands on one yet, you can do that now. Hive Mind, which came out this year, Honeycomb Metal B set. big favorite of mine. I think it's just honey and bees. Like, you can't really beat that. Avernus Furnace, following up. SNA, who is Boba Fett here in the chat, we've actually been working with this week. This is a good segue. We've actually been working with this week in a little like collaborative, I don't know, partnership thing. I don't know what you want to call it. But basically they reached out and were like, hey, I take photos of small stuff. Can I take some photos of your dice? And we're like, yeah, we'd love some photos of our dice. So make sure you follow SNA. I think it's SNA_toys. Apologies, I don't have this on hand. And it'll take me just a second to look it up. And I will type it in the chat. Most of you are on Instagram with me, so I'll type in the chat. It's SNA_ and then toys with a Z. That's how you know it's cool. And if you go on Instagram, I mean, apologies if this is like not the best way to show off your stuff. I'm really sorry, but I cannot resist. Like really well lit, colored photos of toys, action figures, and models and stuff. Like this is an Indiana Jones action figure. We've got this awesome Indy and a skull guy here. So like it's just very like cinematic, awesome stuff. Oh, let me find, you all know that I'm a huge fan of Creature from the Black Lagoon, because we've talked about that a lot recently. And I know this is like one of my favorites. Okay, here's this one. This is not the best way to see these. You guys have to follow his account and actually go look at the photos, but they're excellent. And if you've been following our account, you saw the recent picture of Avernus Furnace that was posted, which is being held by this really cool, like skeleton, like Conan looking army. So awesome. It's like just the perfect setup for Avernus Furnace. So thank you so much. And I don't know, I feel like I want to say Senna, like as an abbreviation, but it's clearly caps SNA, so we'll leave it SNA. But thank you so much, SNA/Boba Fett, for those pictures. There are more to come, which I'm very stoked about. But in the meantime, if you want to gaze upon the beauty that is Avernus Furnace on your own, you can get a set, because we just restocked it. Okay, moving on. Street Creds, also back in stock. Street Creds and Arcane Vein, which is bottom left there, just continue to be the most popular colors of these punk, this design. Purple and green seem to be two leading colors of dice, period. So we will keep making them. Rainbow Rebellion, really cool enamel stripe through it set. And then Sakura. You guys are used to this set. We've reproduced it in black and red as well. And it continues to be a favorite. So we will keep it in stock. Last but not least, Chronomancy down there, a steampunk frame with the green enamel and a green sparkle enamel. Pro tip, Chronomancy, actually, this is a pro tip for the viewers, because nobody else gets to know about this like top secret stuff. If you have a desire to buy Chronomancy right now, it is restocked right now at $44.99, because we don't have an updated photo of it showing that it actually comes with an Infinity D4. So it does come with an Infinity 4, so you can buy it for the price of a 7-piece, but then receive an 8-piece. Just a little secret intel there. So yeah, metal restocks, check them out on the site. I think all 9 sets. Yeah, I think it was just those 9 sets that came in. So, you know, if you had your heart set on any of those, but you were just waiting for the right time or waiting for it to get back in stock, obviously, it's back. All right, let me just scan the chat real quick, because I think I'm on my own solo today. Pretty in Pink is also a song by the English band Psychedelic Furs from 1981, though it wasn't quite punk. It's good to know. Thank you, Farrakhan. I will come back to chat, find the name, and listen to it later. I do not recognize the name Psychedelic Furs, but maybe I don't want to assume it's good, but maybe it's good, and I'll check it out. Always down for some 80s tunes, honestly. And the Brits were doing it well, too, so. Bird Dog, you got your subscription. That's so great. We are actually probably going to take a peek at those in a minute, so that's exciting. We'll get to share I'll get to share your excitement with everybody. Bless Chris Evans is right, always and forever. And dun, 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 dun. All right, I think that's it. Okay, so where was I? Oh, metal restocks. Oh, metal giveaway. All right, let's do the gold rose. We went over this set. All right, I feel like I skipped. I feel like I went through this too fast, but look at how pretty and shiny and pink. Look at that guitar, guys. Speaking of awesome music, 80s vibes, hot pink, black shiny enamel. This is, actually I'm doing this so that when Twitch saves thumbnails, if I don't like get something that's different than most of the stream, it'll save a thumbnail of me like making a stupid face instead. But if I do this a bunch of times, then hopefully it'll grab one of these, and then it's a better thumbnail for the records. All right, that's enough of that. Last week we did take another look at the gold rose metal sets that we're going to give away today. So let's go ahead and jump into that. And then I have a fun way for us all to waste a little bit of time after that. Metal set. This is a metal mystery bag. Just so happens to be in this bag because I needed a bag to hold it. But if you ever have any interest in getting mystery dice and you're like, I don't know what that's going to look like when it shows up at my door, it looks like this. And then if you peek inside, voila, metal dice, except for they're not these because these are very unique. These are the only ones I think we have of this. So time to give them away to a very special person. Let's take another look first. Listen, and then a look. Gold. It's like a brushed, ancient, old gold kind of vibe. And then cut roses into it. And they're like embossed, embedded, I don't know, engraved. Really pretty. And then the effect is like, somebody said this last time, I think it was Maria. I think it gets like oxidized or something. And that's how it gets the dark color on the inside. I don't know, she's way more up on this stuff than I am. But look how pretty. And like the gold itself, the main color, has sort of like a brushed texture that you can really see here. Now these have been with me, you all know, for a couple of months now, I think. So through all the shaking and the rolling and the dropping into the bag and taking back out of the bag, a couple of them have a couple little like scrapes and dings, but that just makes them more special. That's what we call giving it character. But anyway, these are really, really pretty, really classic looking, gorgeous roses. I really love the details on these roses, honestly. The D6 is a really good example. Really pretty. Did you guys used to draw like flowers in school? I feel like in high school I spent a lot of time trying to draw roses. And it's just like that shape, that like layered circular shape. So pretty. Ah, so nice. All right, so we are going to give away this set. It is a 7-piece set. It is a standard set. It is not a Dyson V Signature set. There is no Infinity D4, unfortunately, but maybe one day we'll do a rose set. I don't know. That's mostly up to Dylan. We'll see. Throw them down there on the tray so you guys can look at them. All right, so the way we're going to do this is if you want to participate in the Golden Rose giveaway, then type in the word Hendrix, Hendrix, if you want to participate. And I'll count the number of entries, and then we'll roll a die for the winner, just like we usually do. Hi, Dave! Dave's here! Everybody say hi, Dave. Or wait till you put in Hendrix and then say hi, Dave. Either way. Here they come, and I get a sip of water. Dave's here. Dave had to shift his desk today in the office, everyone, because we have a very, very large delivery coming in tomorrow. I was just talking about all those tiny metal boxes that are super heavy. This delivery is the opposite. It's giant boxes, and they're not very heavy, considering how big they are. It's very exciting stuff, and I will attempt to take multiple pictures of the delivery tomorrow. And if any of you have been following us for more than a year, then you know exactly what it is. It's huge. It's tall. It's going to be a fire hazard. It's going to be great. I'm very, very excited. But I'll be posting pictures about that tomorrow, because that's always fun. We can't get to the bathroom because there's boxes in the way, photos. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you remember what that's about. All right, looks like we have all of our, yeah, this close. All right, all of our entries in. So I'm going to go ahead and count. I think we're starting with Rivers Oblivion. Let me just scroll up and make sure. Yeah. Okay, so Rivers Oblivion, you're going to start us off, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 entries. We almost had 14 because I thought the High Dave was another Hendrix, but 13 entries. So we'll roll a d20. That's all we can do. Let's roll a d20, and then if it's 14 through 20, we will re-roll. We'll consider that a crit. We'll re-roll, depending on how you play your crits. It's not important. All right, here we go. Here's the Golden Rose roll for the giveaway. 1 through 13 gets it, 14 through 20, and we will re-roll. Oh, I rolled off the camera. What a bummer. But since it's kind of a cool roll, I'm going to just push it up here. It's a natural 1, which means Rivers Oblivion. I remember that because we started with you. You win the Golden Rose. Congratulations, Rivers. You got the Golden Rose medal set. That's awesome. Congratulations. And now this set finally has a home. Aw, guys, it's getting adopted. Nat 1 winner. Like, how weirdly lucky is that? That's so cool. So I'm going to put these back in here, and I'm going to ship them to you in this bag that has also been with them the whole time. So this has been like their foster home, and now they're going to their forever home. Aw. Congratulations, Rivers. Okay, I don't have any other official business. So what we're going to do now, just because we have a little time, is I got my subscription delivery in 2 days ago, yesterday. I don't know what time is anymore. It couldn't have been yesterday. Post office wasn't working yesterday. So maybe Saturday. If you haven't gotten yours in yet and you don't want it spoiled, then go away. Leave now, because I'm gonna do when I'm bagging. We're gonna look at what came in. It'll just be a brief look because we'll probably be going over these again this year. No, actually not till next year. They won't hit the site, I don't think, until next year. I think I'm right about that. No, we're getting into the fall. That's what happens because we don't really do deliveries over November, December, because we're doing like sale crazy month in November, and then we have December, we have like a week, and then we wind down. We all take a Christmas break. It's wonderful. And then we come back with new deliveries in January. So if you don't want to see these, go away now because I'm opening them up. If you're not familiar with the subscription, the boxes that we offer, this is what it looks like when it comes to you. It's in a bag, a padded bag, so that the dice don't get hurt. It has your name on it and your address. Shouldn't have been flashing that so much. It's fine. But yeah, you open it up, da-da-da, and you got your packing slip. Very important. I don't know, maybe it's not important. I would say it's important because, sometimes people write me in customer service and they're like, hey, I'm missing this thing. And then like, maybe they call it something, but I don't know what they're referring to. So then they show me the packing slip and I'm like, oh, that thing. Anyway, so packing slip, which you can immediately throw in the trash. And then you get a drawstring velvet bag. And then if you're like me and you get all 3 of our boxes delivered to you, then you got all 3 of the sets inside your drawstring bag. So here's the bag I got. It's blue. Everything came in it, but kind of fell out while I was taking it out. So, but normally everything will be in here. So drawstring bag. These are like becoming a signature thing for us. I feel like we've had these like going on now for a while, and like these specific like texture and color variations and stuff for just a couple years, and they're so nice. And it's just nice to have a draw like bag for your stuff, you know. Okay, so let's start with the lowest tier subscription that we offer right now, which is a standard 7-piece set. Boom. This is month number 2 or 3 in our 7-piece set deliveries. Maybe 2, I think. So this is fresh. We started lower tiered, well, it's not lower, it's just smaller and cheaper. Smaller tiered sub box so that people would have a cheaper option. This was in reaction to like the whole prices going up and tariffs and, you know, inflation and all that jazz. So standard 7-piece set in this month, it's called Riptide. And I'm not going to read the copy because I feel like I should keep something private, but we will take a quick glance. I don't want to like spoil all the stuff, especially since I'll be talking about it again later in depth. But Riptide this month, ooh, is really pretty. I say that like I haven't seen these, but I packed these last week. But yeah, very pretty swirly blue set. Very nice. It's like dark blue swirled with other shades of blue. Very classic, sort of pearly vibe. And then bright white inking, which high contrast. Yes, please. Thank you very much. So nice. So yeah, standard 7-piece set called Riptide. There's a theme. There's always a theme. Let's see. Next up, 10-piece set. So this is our 10-piece set, polymer set. These are signature. This is actually not the oldest sub box we have. Our oldest sub box, I believe, although Dave's here, maybe he can correct me on this, it was a metal sub box. So like, this is an annoying but fun fact. When I'm going through the archives and I'm looking for like the history of our sub boxes, the original box and the basic box were the two like first names for our early sub boxes. And Lord help me if I could ever remember which one of those is metal and which one of those is polymer. But I think the original is metal because it was the first. And then basic was the name that they gave the polymer sub boxes the first time around. But anyway, now they're called the very literal 10-piece monthly subscription. And this month's is called Leviathan. And can I just say, Leviathan, these are gorgeous. I'm going to flash these a little bit more than I should, but that's because they're freaking beautiful, and I hope that you guys can see this. Oh man, it's not showing up. I'll have to figure out the lighting better for next time. You can kind of start to see how it's like a little, it's a little translucent, but then it's got that super sparkly. Oh, it's just not doing it justice. I will like bring a flashlight or something so you can see these better when we actually go retail with them. But so pretty, bright blue ink, like off-color inking. We never do, and it just works out so well. And actually, Marie and I have been talking about upcoming sets, and I think we're going to start doing this a little bit more often. But look how pretty. Oh, that's a good shot. Do you see that like absolute like starscape of glitter that's in there? God, it's so gorgeous. She called it Leviathan because it's all very sea greens and blues. It's so beautiful. I love this set. I think this might become my new favorite polymer set. So yeah, so that's our 10-piece set. It's so pretty. Look, even in like the shitty lighting and the shitty camera, just gorgeous. And then last but absolutely not least, but also individually wrapped, because our metal sets come in individually wrapped baggies around each metal die to add further protection. So I have to take them out one by one. Let me just take out like 3 of them and you'll get the idea. These are excellent and named Heart of Wisdom. Ba-ba! Or like da-na-na-na. I can't actually do it correctly, but it is the second iteration of this mold, and it matches our Heart of Courage set that we released to the website just a few weeks ago. It is gorgeous. It is blue. It implies something about what's coming, which I'm very excited about. But yes, in the end, we will have a triple collection of these. I feel like I've already said too much, but it's fine. There's only like 12 of you here anyway, so I can't get in that much trouble for it. These are awesome. I'm very excited that we're doing these and that we're doing another set after these. Can't officially call them like Triforce dice, but that's definitely what we're doing. Yeah, I love these. They're so pretty. They're so cool. Just very excited. We're all very excited about these in the office. Just so you know. Even Maria, who like isn't, every time we do like a Zelda thing, she's like, what is that? Because she wasn't huge into Zelda, so. But even Maria loves these, and she's not that huge into Zelda. So, oh my goodness. So cool. So cool. All right, that's it. That's too much already. Congratulations to Rivers Oblivion for the metal golden rose dice. Thank you everybody for stopping by. Go check out SNA Toys on Instagram. I believe SNA Toys might also be on Blue Sky, but don't quote me on that. And then next week, I lit this thing because I was gonna like lift it up like this to be like next week, but it's a scented candle that's in there, and it was giving me a headache, so I had to move it off camera. Next week, we're gonna have a very spooky surprise, not a surprise, but a spooky thing to talk about. I'm very excited. It's officially the start of September, which means we're allowed to start talking about Halloween. It also means that like the stores have been talking about Halloween for the last 2 months, so I don't feel like I'm being too inappropriate by starting 2 months early. But yeah, next week we have a really, really fun, big thing to talk about, so we will. So yeah, I hope you all tune in, and thank you for a BV-dub, you might be right. Thank you for a great stream. I will see you all next week, and stay tuned to our socials tomorrow to see some what's going to be very like threatening aura photos of the office, I'm sure. Yeah, all right. Happy rolling, everybody. Have a wonderful week. Stay hydrated, and I will see you next Tuesday. All right, bye.